Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to begin by giving all honor, all glory, and praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakudash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who were well, and Shalom to you brothers that are laboring and pushing this word in truth and sincerity and with charity. I'm the brother Abraham from the camp here in GMS Chicago, coming back at you with another lesson. This video is a response to this video. This is from the Jimmy Dore show. And the name of this video is called Rubio Threatens Africa with Mafia-like Protection Racket. Okay. So this video is 6 minutes 35 seconds long. It's not that long. I'm gonna go ahead and let you listen to it, and it just goes to show you another example of America, and when the scriptures describe Babylon, okay, and when the scriptures describe this nation to the T, and we see it in its actions today. All right, and this is just one example of it. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and let you listen.
I mean, they do this all over the world, right? So the United States foments, civil wars, unrest. They fund terrorism, and then they'll come in. Hey, well, I can make all that stop if you just give me access to your natural resources. We'll make all that stop. And that sounds like exactly what they're doing, which is exactly what the mafia does. Here is Secretary of State Marco Rubio, and he's announcing a peace deal, but it really sounds like a more like, as Breakthrough News puts it, a protection racket. The United States is going to sign a deal to trade security in exchange for the Congo's vast mineral wealth, while arming Rwanda and Uganda, the backers of M23 rebels who are invading the Congo.
My counterparts, the foreign ministers of Rwanda and the Democratic Republic of Congo, to witness the declaration of principles for peace. A durable peace in the Great Lakes region will open the door for greater U.S. and broader Western investment, which will bring about economic opportunities and prosperity. And it will also help advance President Trump's prosperity agenda for the world. It's as they call it, a win-win for everyone involved, for the United States, for the Democratic Republic of Congo, and for Rwanda. Our firms are good corporate citizens, American firms, and they'll bring good governance and ensure responsible, reliable supply chains for things like critical minerals that benefit regional governments and our partners and allies as well. So we're going to be in close contact with our African Union partners to make sure we can bring this to fruition.
So Tristan says the United States is just an international mafia. Would you comment on that?
All right, an international mafia, and we see a clear example of the nature of these people, of this nation, and the scriptures describe them to a T. All right, so let's first grab. This is Jeremiah 50 and 23. How is the hammer of the earth, of the whole earth, cut asunder and broken? How is Babylon become a desolation among the nations? Right. So here is describing Babylon like the hammer of the earth. Right. And what do you do with a hammer? You smash. You smash. Okay. And there was a I forgot if he was like a general or he was like a high-ranking military person in government for the United States, and he was explaining how they were gonna go to war with all these nations in the Middle East, and he was explaining when you're a hammer and you have every problem just looks like a nail, right? So explaining how America is that hammer. All right. And if they have issues with any nation, they're the nail. All right. And this is what the nations are sick and tired of. All right. Because America is um, the world's bully. All right. And like here described an international mafia. Right. We're going to protect you and help bring peace to your country. But you have to give us your mineral wealth, your gold, and all your country's natural resources. All right, and what was it? Haiti, that is one of should be a rich and powerful nation. It's one of the poorest in the world. All right, and that is because of the United States. Right. Same thing in countries in the Middle East. Um, how America's all these countries in the Middle East um, illegally, all right, and all these countries' businesses that they have no business being in, but they're insatiable. They need this, they need that, and they will never be satisfied. Okay. Um. So from there, let's grab Isaiah 14. And let me start at 4. It says, that thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon, and say, how hath the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased. So Babylon, this is the daughter of Babylon. All right, and this nation is an oppressive nation. And it's a golden city because it is became abundant in riches, all right, by ill-gotten gain. Okay, it says the Lord hath broken the staff of the wicked and the scepters of the rulers. He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke, he that ruled the nations in anger, is persecuted and none hindereth. Right? So this wicked nation, Babylon, the virgin daughter of Babylon, ruled the nations in anger. All right. So let's come down. Let's jump down to verse 12. It says, how art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nation? Right? Because thou art fallen from heaven, meaning this is your kingdom, and your kingdom is falling. All right, you are bearers of the light in this kingdom, but this kingdom is being taken away from you because it was given to you by the Lord, and it had a timetable, and that time is up. All right, and in your power and in your time, you weaken the nations, you ruled them in anger, you oppressed them. Okay, you made many poor nations, third world countries, which they wouldn't be in that position if it wasn't for you needing to take part in this, take part in that. All right, setting up your puppet governments here and there. All right, so you could control them. All right, the nations are sick and tired of you, man. Okay, so from there, let's grab Revelations 18. And 16, it says, and saying, Alas, alas, that great city that was clothed in fine linen and purple and scarlet, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, right? Because this is that golden city, and that golden city is going to be destroyed. Chapter is going into the destruction of Babylon the Great, right? It says, "For in 1 hour so great riches is come to naught, and every shipmaster and all the company in ships and sailors, and as many as trade by sea stood afar off, and cried when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, What city is like unto this great city?" Right? So all these nations are gonna mourn. They're still gonna mourn when this place is destroyed, because they make money off of America, right? By trading with America, um, exporting their goods to America. All right, so let's go back to this video.
And exactly, it sounds like they're kind of extorting them to get their minerals. What's your comment on that?
Oh, of course, we know this very well. Let's remember the history of the Congo. The Congo had a great Pan African leader, one of our martyrs that was murdered by European forces, Patrice Lumumba. And we know that the CIA has been involved in the politics, instability, and unrest in the Congo region since the 50s, because, of course, they were fighting against communism. Socialism in general held a great place in the heart of Africans at that time, and there was a possibility of socialist states being established in the Central African region. So the CIA was always involved in coups and civil unrest and civil wars, even from the Congo to Nigeria and other areas. So for now, the Trump administration claims that it wants to establish peace and be the middleman, the peacemaker. But all they want, as we all know, is a complete control of the rich natural resources of the Congo, while giving back very, very little to the 100 million plus population of the country. There is no talk about fair agreements, no talk about infrastructure, roads, hospitals, schools, health insurance, nothing. All the talk is to have access to this rich area in return for guaranteeing peace, which is
Right. So they just talk like they care, but all they want is the riches, and they need everybody's natural resources, right? Who else does this besides America? All right, let's grab Obadiah 1 and 5. Let's see what it says in the NLT. Just curious. Right? Obadiah 1 and 5 in the NLT. If thieves came at night and robbed you, what a disaster awaits you. They would not take everything. Those who harvest grapes always leave a few for the poor. But your enemies will wipe you out completely, right? And here it gave the example of they didn't talk about building the infrastructure, roads and hospitals and schools, health insurance for people, for the public. All right, all they wanted was the gold in exchange for peace, right? This is the world's mafia. All right, and here it gives you the example, all right, of Esau, Edom, right? This is going into Edom being humbled because of his pride. He thought he was up here. He thought he was as high as the Most High, right? But he's not. And the Lord is about to humble this man. because that's all he is a man. All right, let's go back.
Exactly what a mafia boss would say in a neighborhood. It's racketeering, it's protection money.
So it's kind of the like, wow, that's a nice country you got there. It'd be a horrible thing if something happened to it, right?
Absolutely, that's the language. That's the language. Yes.
And so at the same time, the United States is actually backing rebels that are attacking the Congo, rebels from Rwanda and Uganda. Is that what's happening?
Yes, Rwanda is quite a unique African country. It has very strong links to Britain, France, Germany, Italy, and the States, of course. It has organically and structurally connected itself to the financial markets of Europe and the States. And many people in Africa call it the Black Israel, meaning that it's like an advanced base for the West in Africa. And they have been leading a war against the Congo, supporting the rebels there, a situation which led to the intervention by the US and the signed agreement to get access to the minerals. So for us, it seems like the whole thing has been planned from the beginning. Allow chaos to be introduced into a situation and allow it to continue until people are desperate, seeking any solution. Then you come in, offering them a solution that, of
Order out of chaos. What do you know?
course, benefits you more than them. This is a philosophy that has been followed by colonial powers since the 19th century. And I have to say, sadly, it's quite a successful mechanism that worked very well.
So before,
Wow, man.
yeah, it sounds exactly what it's like. So what they do is they fund these. I mean, they do this all over the world, right? So the United States foments, civil wars, unrest. They fund terrorism, and then they'll come in. Hey, well, I can make all that stop if you just give me access to your natural resources. We'll make all that stop. And that sounds like
Absolutely.
exactly what they're doing, which is exactly what the mafia does. Come see us on tour.
Wow. Shit like this just gets you mad, but this is Isaiah 33:1. It says, "Woe to thee that spoilest, and thou wast not spoiled, and dealest treacherously, and they dealt not treacherously with thee. When thou shalt cease to spoil, thou shalt be spoiled, and when thou shalt make an end to deal treacherously, they shall deal treacherously with thee." Right? So, woe, destruction to thee that spoilest, right? And dealest treacherously. All right? So, you already spoiled and dealt treacherously to everybody, to anybody all over the world. And when thou shalt cease to spoil and deal treacherously, it's your turn to be spoiled and dealt with treacherously. So you already have the whole world, conquered the whole world, right? So now it's your turn to get spoiled and dealt with treacherously, all right? As the saying goes with karma, right? What goes around comes around, and you're gonna reap what you've sowed, and it's pure wickedness, right? So your fall is gonna be very, very great, man. All right, and it's here, it's happening. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and end there. Lord willing, this video was edifying. As always, our honor, glory, and praises goes to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Until the next time, Shalom.